What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing the performance of Ultra Lucky Coin. Really excited about this. It's a really cool trick. I even got my little attire on here. Pick a card, any card. Yeah, so ready.
A few moments later.
Looking forward to that. It was kind of interesting. Long story short, just give you the rundown of the backstory. This was actually a trick that I was thinking about buying off Penguin Magic, which I do. If you guys want to get it, I suggest it. It's a really good trick. But I didn't want to pay the money, but I obviously wanted to still do the trick. So it's kind of funny. I did some research, figure out some of the concepts. I watched a video on some of the others that there was a different, just random guy that had made a video about it. Wasn't the exact same, but I kind of picked up some concepts off that, and also what I had already thought of it. Made my own version of it, like I homemade the gimmicks and stuff. So that's the performance. I'll be doing that today. And yeah, so that's about it. If you guys like the video, please make sure that you drop a like and subscribe. Obviously, as you guys probably know, I'm on my road to 100 so far. Obviously, 1,000 is the biggest goal, but as you guys know, I have a challenge for you to get me to 100 subscribers by the end of this month. In which case, it's coming up fast, in which case we'll do the tutorial to the cups and balls that I told you about in this video, which was from this video. Anyways, nonetheless, so yeah, that's the rundown. You guys know it. Please subscribe. I'm posting every week. Appreciate it. And let's get into the performance. Alrighty, you guys, so getting into this first trick, let me just give you kind of the start of it, basically, and I'm doing this kind of how I would if I just went up to someone. I would go up to them and tell them I'm going to place a bet. As you can see, I have a poker chip right here, and basically by the end of this trick, if their card is not underneath the poker chip, I would say if your card isn't on the poker chip, then you get to keep the chip. Alright, and so that's the bet I make, and they say, but of course you have to have a card, right? So what I'll do is I'll actually just go through just like this. At any point tell me stop, they say right there. I say perfect, remember that card. It goes inside the deck, and it really does go there. In fact, we can even give it a shuffle like this, really get those cards mixed up. We can give it a shuffle like this. It really does not matter whatsoever how we shuffle it. And then I say, okay, now I'll keep this chip in view, but I'll set it a little bit off to the side for now. And what I'll do is I'm going to go through and start throwing cards onto the table in little piles just like this, right? And we'll make a few of the piles. It doesn't really matter how many we make, but basically your job is to, at any point, you can just go ahead and yell out stop, and that's when I will stop dealing out the piles. Or no, actually, you know what? At any point, you just say number 1 through 5, okay? As a matter of fact, just say it now, and let's just say that they say 2, okay? And basically, I say, all right, just for that, what I'll do, I'll keep making the piles, but you know what? We'll actually just keep it with 3. We won't do 5. I was gonna do 5, but it's fine. We'll just keep it with 3. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's just keep it with as 2 piles. We'll just do 2 because after all, that was your number. And the other thing that I tell them is I say, okay, now obviously we have 2 piles. I don't know where your card is because I don't even know what your card is, but I'm going to try and use this poker chip to kind of find your card, because if you don't know, we obviously have fingerprints, right? And cards have something kind of like that. They have traces they can leave behind too. And if you're trained, which I obviously have this poker chip tell me, you can actually detect these just by waving it over. I kind of detect, I think actually in this pile, that somewhere in your card, somewhere in this pile is your card. Now that's a big wager because I'm saying it's none of these cards, right? And if you remember, you might remember that you said a random number and you said 2. Here's the interesting thing. If I go down 1 and 2 cards, that leads us actually to this 1 card, right? 1 card, that's saying none of these cards. Again, a very big bet because I still haven't even seen your card. And then I ask them, would you be impressed if underneath this poker chip was your card? Would that be impressive? Of course, they say yes, that of course it would be impressive. And then I show them underneath this poker chip is your card, and you can see that says your card. Now, and sometimes I'll get a chuckle, and I say, no, I understand that. Obviously, that was just a gag. It wasn't that funny, right? But would you be impressed if this was your card? That would be impressive, right? And of course, they say yes, and I say, well, what was your card for the first time? They would tell me it, and I would say, was it the 3 of diamonds? In which case, they would say that it is. But here's the interesting thing. Now, a lot of times they'll start clapping or they'll say, great trick, but I say, hold on, the trick's not over. See, if you remember at the beginning when I made the bet, I told you at the end of this trick, if your card wasn't underneath the poker chip, you would get to keep the chip. And this is the end, and technically, the card is here, the poker chip is here, so technically, that would then mean that the card is not underneath the poker chip, so you would still win. Does that make sense? And of course, they'd say yes, and then I show them that that is why I do not play poker. And that's the 3 of diamonds right there on the poker chip. Alrighty guys, so I know this is a pretty quick video, but I am going to be working on getting another really cool video out pretty soon, so be sure to keep tuning in. I really appreciate you guys' support, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you would like to know what the video was that I learned this from, you can comment that down below, and I can post a comment with the link to it. Or if you guys want, you can comment down below, and I will do a tutorial if you guys would like for this trick. It really is a great thing, and the amazing part is that really to make the poker chips, you don't really need anything very, like, 2 items, and everybody would probably have them at home. And for the whole, like, locating the card, again, you have to do one thing, super easy. And honestly, the best part is that this trick is impromptu. You can really do it anywhere as long as you bring the poker chips. And the cool thing too is that it's completely undetectable. Nobody's going to catch you on it, because ultimately it's a really good trick that's cleverly disguised. Every part that you do, there's a reason you do it, and it really flows good. It makes sense. I don't think I've ever had anybody suspect something. And the other thing too is that when you're done, you can let them examine the cards, you can let them examine the chip. There's really nothing to be seen. So really great trick. I hope you guys enjoyed the performance. Again, if you want me to teach a tutorial, comment down below and I'll do it. And I appreciate you guys tuning in again. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe and drop a like, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.